Hello everyone, welcome to the part number 5 on the second milestone. So the plan of today is to transform this screen to this screen. So this is what we're gonna do. As you can see, some stuff I've add this font. So I'm gonna show you how to add the font. I know this is not the real font of Instagram, but this is one I found for free who almost looks like the same. And also, as you can see here, we have some gradient right there. And we're gonna make use of a library called React Native Gradient for make this stuff here. So this is the plan of today. So just creating this page. After that, the thing we're gonna do in the next one is just when we click here, we're gonna open the SDK of Facebook. So we're gonna start. So we're gonna start right there in the login screen. And what we're gonna do first is we're gonna just create the headers first. The header is gonna be this thing here, this purple square. So the headers, I'm gonna tell him you're gonna have a flex of 0.3, and I'm gonna say gonna have a background color. Just for now, I'm gonna say purple, okay? And I'm gonna put that right here, and I'm gonna say style equal style.headers, and inside that I'm gonna take this login screen text and I'm gonna change that to be Instagram. So now if I save, you're gonna see now we get this in the middle and pretty weird. So for the middle, we're gonna change that by doing another one here called contain style.contain. We're gonna create the content right there. In this one, gonna be blue, and you're gonna take the full rest of the screen. Background color blue. Okay. Now you maybe ask, okay, now we have some weird problem. Why we don't get nothing here, and why we get the here? The thing why we don't get nothing here is because I'm gonna need to put something inside that. Example, if I put hello, now I'm gonna get my blue right there. So finally, what happened? It's this element right now. Don't stretch. And what we can do for handle that, it's here. I'm gonna say align self, and I'm gonna say stretch, and now it should take its full space, and I'm gonna do the same for this one right there. So now they're gonna take the full space, and also I can remove this one here, and it's gonna still work. Perfect. So now as you see, now we get this first part, and we have the bottom one. So here for the text is not in the middle, so why not putting that in the middle? So we're gonna say justify contain center, and we're gonna say also align item center. So I'm gonna put that Instagram right in the middle. So now we're gonna create an app name for this text. What we're gonna say, you're gonna have a color of, now here I'm gonna take my typography library, typo. Right inside that I have iOS colors, and I'm gonna say iOS colors dot white, and I'm gonna put that to this text app name like that. Okay, looks the same, no? Yeah, so now after that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a font size of 50, and now we're gonna need to have we're gonna need to put the text here with the right font. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna go inside Google Font, and I found this one. It's called Lobster, and I know this is not the real one, but you know we're gonna use this one for now. So what we're gonna do, it's we're gonna open Visual Studio Code here, and we're gonna create here a folder called Assets. Inside this one, we're gonna create another folder called Font. If you have already followed my video about how you can put an custom font in React Native, that's gonna be the same thing here. So inside that, what we're gonna do is first thing we're gonna select the color of the font. You're gonna click here to download. You're gonna open it in Finder or whatever you have. You have it right there. Now I'm gonna open Visual Studio Code again, and I'm gonna drag and drop this one right inside my font like that. Okay. Now what I'm gonna need to manage is I'm gonna go inside my package.json, here, and I'm gonna create another script called rnpm for React Native link, and I'm gonna here put assets with an array where I'm gonna say the folder asset and font. So when we're gonna run React Native link by doing cd mobile and React Native link, this thing gonna link the asset for us in the iOS project. So now if I open that in Xcode, what we're gonna have now is we're gonna have a resource folder. Inside the one where we have all the icon, we're gonna get here the lobster regular. So now I want you to restart your one. For those on Android, because I'm not gonna do this here yet, if it's not working, just follow my tutorial. I'm gonna put my video inside the description about how to do this. I think it's the same thing. So now we are here. Now we have the font. What we're gonna do, it's inside the theme, we're gonna create a fonts.js file. In this one, this is where we're gonna finally create the variable we're gonna handle this font. I'm gonna say export const fonts equal. Here we're gonna call that lobster. So that's gonna be the key. And for the value, you just need to have the same naming as this one. So what I do is I click on that, I click enter, so that open that, I do Command C, and that gives me access to this lobster regular. After that, I'm gonna go inside my index.js, and here I'm gonna do export everything from my font, like that. So now what I can do here inside this one, inside my login, is I can import from my util theme and import font. And now inside that, I'm gonna say here font family fonts the lobster. And now if I save, I get my font right there. You see, well, it's pretty simple. No need to link or nothing. It's all do by React Native link for us. After that, here I would like to have the status bar white. So we're gonna say status bar here. I'm gonna put that right here at the top. I'm gonna say status bar. It's a bar style. I'm gonna say light contain. Now if I save, I'm gonna get my status bar white. Now, okay, this is not the right color. I know we need to have a gradient, so that's why we have this library. So don't worry, I'm gonna put that in the description here, right there. That this library here, React Linear Gradient, is really easy to install. So first thing you do is you need to finally do npm install React Native Gradient, yarn add React Native Linear Gradient. I'm gonna run after that React Native link again. Now we're gonna see some successful link for the gradient. So you see Android is successful and the iOS successful. Inside Xcode now we're gonna need to rerun the project, because every time you add a native library you need to rerun your project to get the new change inside your simulator. We're gonna wait. Take some time. I'm gonna come back when it's done. So now it's done, very succeed. So now that should reopen the project, and we have it here. Nothing has changed because we need to install that. So we're gonna do linear gradient from linear gradient. And now here what I'm gonna do, it's linear gradient. The way it works, it asks you to just give an array of color like that. So what I'm gonna do, here I'm gonna do con color gradient. So that's gonna be the gradient for this screen. And now just follow the one I'm gonna type. I've done some search, 74398B. to get the first purple, so that's gonna be this purple here, and the second one is gonna be the second purple, so 56499E. Okay. Now we're gonna replace this view here with the linear gradient, and now we're gonna say color, and we say color gradient like that. Now if I save this one and I refresh my screen, now we see we get the gradient now. Okay, we can also remove this background color, we don't need that anymore. But now you see the gradient is the top to the bottom, and what we have here is the left to the right. So all we can manage that. It's here. What we're gonna do, it's now we have access to two props, one called start. Here we're gonna say the x gonna start at 0.0 and the y gonna start at 0.0. So what we mean is start at the top left and start at the bottom left, and we're gonna say n at the x of 1.0 and y at the 1.0, like that. Okay, and now look what we're gonna do. Now that change the gradient, that go from the left to the right. That's it for this gradient and for the library native. Now we need to do some design. So what we're gonna do here, so inside the content, we're gonna have three sections. As you can see, we have the first section, we're gonna have a middle here, we're gonna have another section here, and this one, I say 3, but it's 4. So how we're gonna manage that, it's we're gonna create first thing here a section style, and this one gonna have a flex of 1. Okay. This one also gonna have a justify content center and an align item center, and also gonna have the same align cell of stretch. Okay, so now here we're gonna have view, we're gonna have the first section, that section, and now for now we're gonna have it right there in the blue, but now we can remove the blue, and now the section gonna take the full screen we left, but we're gonna at least do some design now, and we're gonna build that right after. So now here we're gonna create the first input. So we're gonna say here, so I'm gonna put the input here, and later we can put that in the component if you want. Just for now, because it's gonna be more for design, because we're gonna log with Facebook. So here I'm gonna call a style the input wrapper. I'm gonna create this one. So this input wrapper right there, and also I'm gonna import the text input here, and we're gonna see in a moment. So here for the input wrapper, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a height of 45, and you're gonna also have a width of 90% of its parent. So here also we're gonna put a background color of pink. Yeah. Now if I refresh, you get this size here. It's pretty much the size I want. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna also say border radius to get some corner of 5. So now we're gonna see this little corner here. After that, here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a border color. And now for this color, what I have done is E4, like that. Now if I say we're gonna get this border color here, but we don't see that there because of the color is too it's just harder to see with this color. So we're gonna put a background color now. We're gonna change this one here, and we're gonna say here F8, F9, F9. So now if I refresh, we're gonna get this one right there. Now the border color, we say, okay, yeah, we don't see it. All we can see it is because we need to put a border width of 1. So now the width is gonna be just 1, like that. Okay. Now if I click, nothing happens. We're gonna still we're gonna keep like that for now. And what we're gonna say is we're gonna say when we have that, we're gonna have a margin button of 10. I want nothing at 10 pixels below me. So now if I do this 2 times, because we're gonna have to input, we get this like that. Okay, now this is supposed to be a text input. So how can we do this? We're gonna put the text input component right there, where I'm gonna say a placeholder of email. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same with this one. Now you see we get email. I'm gonna change this one to be password. But now we need some padding, I think. Yeah, you see, it's because it's too much in the middle, and yeah, this is not really what we want. So here what we're gonna say is we're gonna say first thing, we're gonna create an input here for this input. Oops. Input. We're gonna say style style of input, and we're gonna say this one gonna take flex 1. So now this input gonna take the full space. Okay, now we're gonna say here padding of 10. So now we get like that. So nothing gonna touch until 10, and I think that's what we want. So we are good for this one right there. The input take the full flex. So if you want to see, you're gonna take, I don't color red, you're gonna take everything but not 10, like that. Okay, so now we're gonna create the button login. So we have this one done, we have this one, and now we need to build this one. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, okay, yeah, we're gonna just create finally another view here at the bottom of this one, but this one now is going to be with the touchable library of app and flow, the one we have created at the company where I work right now. So we're going to do touchable like that, and we're going to say this one going to have a feedback of opacity, and this one going to have a text inside that of logging. Right there we have the button. Sorry. And now we're gonna do a touchable here. We're gonna add a style of logging btn for logging button. I'm gonna do this right there. So this logging btn now gonna have all this stuff here almost. So we're gonna copy and pasting. I know it's not good, but we're gonna do for now. So no padding, at least. We're gonna have no padding. The margin gonna be margin top now. We're gonna have a background color of 318DEE, like that. No border colors, no border width, and just like this. And also this one we're gonna add justify contain center to center the text inside this one, and adding item center. So now we're gonna get the button like that. We're gonna create another property here for logging btn text. Yeah, we don't really need. What I'm gonna do is this text here. We're gonna just say style. Oh yeah, style that logging btn text. Sorry, logging btn text, logging btn text, color iOS color white, like that. Okay. So now we have the logging. Now one of your questions surely it's okay. Yeah, but it looks really like less opaque. So how we can handle that? I think I don't remember what is the name of that, but here you don't need the RGBA. What you can do is just adding like the opacity you want. Example, if I want to add 40% opacity, I can add 40 right there. So if I do 40, I'm gonna get this one like that. So I'm gonna say 70 for this one, right there. So now we have the opacity for this button for now. So what we can handle after that is we're gonna need to manage this forget your login detail get help signing in. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create another view here below the touchable. In this view we're gonna add the text of forgot your logging details, and here we're gonna say get help signing in, like that. Okay, so like that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a style of this view for a forgot wrapper, and now this wrapper, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just say finally we want to have a margin at the top and at the bottom of 10, and after that we want, yeah, like that. Not gonna take some space, but now this get help signing is supposed to be a button. So how we're gonna handle that is we're gonna cut this thing here, and now right there we're gonna say touchable. We're gonna put this text here, and now here we're gonna put a feedback of opacity. And now if I save, try to know what's gonna happen. If I save it, I'm gonna get that to the top to the bottom. So now that's why here my forget wrapper, I'm gonna need to say flex direction of row. So now I'm gonna get that left to right. And you see here I've left the space, so that gives me this little space. Okay, so now this is a button. So now this text here, I'm gonna call that check how I've called this, style.btn text, and I'm gonna say right there, this btn text finally gonna have here a color of this color here without the 70 inside quote. Okay, like that. Now the text is not perfect. This is not what I would like to have. So that's why I'm going to import from my typography the human library and also the system font, system weight. And now the btn text here, I'm going to add at the top of it human.footnote object, and also I'm going to add the system weight dot semi-bold. I want it to be semi-bold, like that. You see, just like this. Now we have something, but now also this text I would like to look more like I have right here. So what I'm gonna do is to this text, I'm gonna call that a text of call out. I'm gonna call that call out, yeah. I'm gonna put that here, call out, and now I'm gonna put some design for this one. So the call out, gonna have both here. The thing gonna change is the color. It's gonna be iOS, the colors, the mid gray, like that. And now we have this one right there. Okay, now we are pretty close to the end. Now what we left is this part here, this button section, and this one here. So what we're gonna do for the second part, it's here. What we need to plan now is we need to go outside of your section. So you see the content, not the content but the section. So the section, go right there. So I'm gonna create another view now. This view gonna have a name of our wrapper. I didn't find a name. I'm gonna call that our wrapper because we have the word R inside that. This one here, the our wrapper, what gonna have here gonna have first thing a background color of red, just to see it. After that we're gonna say a width of like is parent, so 90%, like I mean this one here. After that I'm gonna say also a margin vertical of 10, so top to the bottom 10. Okay, so now if I save that, I'm gonna get nothing because I have no element inside that. So I'm gonna start to put some element here. So I'm gonna put a view, another view, and another view. But inside this view, I'm gonna add a text of R, and now I'm gonna do my view like that. So now I'm getting right there at the bottom, my R right there. So now what I'm gonna do is this view here, I'm gonna put them a style or R divider for the both. So that's gonna be the little divider we have here. See? I'm gonna create this R divider, and I'm gonna put a height of 1, a width of 100 pixels of each parent, and I'm gonna say here a flex of 1, and I'm also gonna say background color of black for now. Okay, if I do this and I save, now you don't see them, because now what I'm gonna need to have is to say that my R wrapper have a flex direction of row. And I'm also gonna remove this here. Okay, so now this is what we got. This is not what we want, but this is what we got for now. So what are we gonna do with the R wrapper? It's now this one I'm gonna also say, you see it's not in the center, is go in the left. So what we're gonna say is this one I want him to align himself in the center. So now if I refresh, I get that here. After that, I want the align item center, because now you see the R is at the bottom. I don't want that. So I'm gonna say center. So now I get that like this. But now why my R have no space? Because if you see here, we have some space. So now what I'm gonna do is here, inside my view here, I'm gonna put a style of R text wrapper. I'm gonna put that right there. Because the thing is, remember with flex 1, everything, you take all the space. So you need to tool. So here, this one gonna take his space he take, and the other rest gonna take every other space you have here. So it's really not what we want. Here we're gonna say 0.5, so the middle, so the half of the other one, and we're gonna say also justify content center, because now it's gonna be a view, and align item center, because we want him to align the center in the middle. Now if I do this, you see if we get this space, okay? And now we just need to change the color. So the R divider gonna have the same color of the border color I've put here. So we're gonna change that to be that here. You see, now we get this little gray. Maybe it's really hard for you to see it, but it's little gray. Okay, after that, I'm gonna just say here style that R text, and this one, the R text, I want him to have the system weight of semi-bold, and also I want him to have the color of iOS color that gray. So now this text is gonna be gray here, okay? But now you see this one is here. You see the margin here. So all we can have it here in the middle is by creating another view here called section again. Style, that's section, not here, but here. Yeah. One at the same level of the other one. So now if I do this, now you see, now you go at the top, because now here we have the full section right there. So now time to write this little button here, continue with Facebook. So how we're gonna handle that is gonna be pretty simple. It's first thing, we're gonna create here a touchable, because it's a button, with a feedback of opacity. Inside that, we're gonna put a text of continue with Facebook. And now we're gonna need some icon. I find that the icon we need is gonna be inside the material community icon from the React Native vector icon. I'll show you how to search this icon, so you should be able to find it now. And I'm gonna put that here. This one, gonna have a size of 30. Gonna have a name of Facebook box, and you're gonna have a color of the blue of the one we have here. We can create variable and use it everywhere. It's gonna be easier, but for now we're gonna go like that. Now if I save, we get an error, and the error is the same as I showed you last time. Blah blah blah. Not found the material community the ACE package. So if you remember how to handle that, it's by doing this thing here. I'm gonna again paste that in the description. I really hope they're gonna fix that. When they're gonna fix it, we're gonna update the library for us. So we're gonna click enter here and just reload. So now you see we get continue with Facebook. So now what we need to do is styling this button right there. So we're gonna call that FB logging BTN for logging Facebook logging button, yeah, like that. This one, first thing we already know is we need a flex direction of row just to get both elements next to each other. Okay, now what we're gonna also do is this one, we're gonna put in a height of like the other one also have, like 45. So now if you refresh, nothing changed, but you have a height of 45. And now here I'm gonna say align item center, just to align this text with the continue with Facebook. Okay, like that. And I'm gonna maybe say 50. It's gonna be a bit better, I think. So now I'm gonna design the text also of Facebook login button. I'm gonna say Facebook login button text. I'm gonna have a color of like I've done this one. But also I want him to have the human that call out that object and system word that semi-bold. And now here I'm gonna say I want this stuff here to have a margin left of 10. So I want the text to be at the 10 of this Facebook icon. And now I can put that right here. Like that. Now if I refresh, you see I get this like that. But now I would like this text to be like what I have here at the top here. So all we can do this. It's gonna be pretty simple. It's funny because the section we say go in the middle, okay? Section. I'm gonna create another one here, it's called section button. And the only thing I'm gonna do is what I want to change from this one. And I'm gonna just change the justify content to be at the flex start. So the text is gonna be right there. If you want to add two texts together, two style, you just wrap this thing in an array and you say style that section button like that. So now if I save, I'm gonna get that right here. Okay, perfect. So now what we need to left to do, it's this one right there. So what we're gonna do, it's inside here, we're gonna add another view inside the same of the section. But this one here, we're gonna have a name of style no icon wrapper. This one here, gonna have a height of 50. And you're gonna also take the full width of the parent, so that means the contain here, and you take 100%. Okay, so now this one gonna have also a border color of the ECCC. Okay, I was sure I was it. I get it, but is ECECEC like that. So now, and I want that only at the top, so border top width of 1. Now we're gonna see him right there. Maybe for you it's R, so red. See right here. Okay. Now the thing happening is, look here. My text touch this header. I don't want that. So what I mean is I need to just short a bit this section. We don't need all the space. So the section button we have right here, we can just say flex of 0.7. So this section gonna take 70%. So the one here gonna take all the other space yeah. So now we get some space here at the top. Okay. Now this no icon wrapper, we need to add here a text of don't have an icon sign up like that. Okay, so now first thing we want the text in the middle, so justify something center, align item center, like that. So now we have it like this. After that, I want the style of the text here to be like I have here. So if you remember, this is style that call out. Boom. So now we have the same text of this one. But the thing is, the sign up here is supposed to be a button. So we're gonna do the same as what we done in the other one. So touchable. You'll put the text here. If you remember, here you're gonna need to put feedback of opacity. And now for the sign up text, we just say style of btn text to get the same as this one. And now, you see? But now what we left to do is just this no icon wrapper here. We're gonna need to have the flex direction of row. And that's it. So now we have what we need. We have the two input, what we can type, we have the login, we have the get help signing, continue with Facebook, and blah blah blah. Again, the code is going to be in the description, all the link we need, the linear gradient, and how to find the font. I hope you have enjoyed this little design course. And for those who ask for the keyboard, we don't really need because it's at the top. So you see, if you want to open the keyboard, you do Command K. So yeah, so we can maybe manage that in the future, the logging, but at least for now it's okay. So in the next one, we're gonna add this famous Facebook SDK. Where now when we're gonna click on that, that's gonna open the Facebook application. So I hope you enjoyed this little episode. So we're gonna see each other in the next one. Bye.